what's happening, people? Okay, so I want to talk to you guys about boycotting and how boycotting is great, but also maybe not so great. And it's the side of boycotting that personally I don't hear too many people talking about, so I'm going to talk a little bit about it. So real quick, what is boycotting? So boycotting is when you decide to no longer support a business because that business is doing something that you find egregious. So, for example, I'm not going to name names, but let's say business A is selling toys and you like to buy toys from this business because they're great toys. But it turns out with the money that they make from toys, they're funding secret underground criminal organization or something like that, right? And then you find out about this and you say, you know what? I don't like the fact that you're using the money that you're making from these toys to fund a secret underground criminal organization. So until you stop funding a secret underground criminal organization, I'm going to no longer buy toys from this business. And for the most part, boycotting is a pretty simple thing to do, right? Because you're not necessarily giving up the toys, you're just not going to buy the toys from that place. There's plenty of other places you can buy toys from, and the general idea is that those places will make money, and this particular business A that's selling toys and using the money to fund a secret underground criminal organization, once they start losing money, they'd be like, you know what? Or hopefully they'd be like, you know what? We're losing too much money. If we stop funding the secret underground criminal organization, our customers will come back and we can start making money again. So they'll stop doing it. And then you can start buying toys from them again and all is right with the world. Except not quite. Because the issue with boycotting is that if you were to boycott every business that did something egregious, something that went against your morals, something that you didn't like, you would not deal with any business, no big business, no small business, no business at all. You'd have to grow your own food, make your own clothes, make your own toys. And even then, somewhere along the lines, you're going to be supporting some organization that either directly or indirectly is connected to something that goes against your morals. None of us get to be innocent in this. And it's a sad truth, but it is the truth. Because you might boycott big soulless corporation business because they're connected to all these atrocities around the world. You might say, you know what, I'm not going to buy from this big soulless corporation anymore. I'm going to buy from this local independent shop. But that local independent shop uses computers, and those computers are made with minerals that are probably from the Democratic Republic of Congo, where they are mined in the most atrocious conditions. So even though you boycotted the big soulless corporation and decided to support the small local business instead, you are still supporting, albeit indirectly, one of the many atrocities going on in the world right now. None of us get to be innocent in all of this. And even if somehow this small independent business doesn't use computers, they probably have a business account, and best believe their bank is using computers. And even if somehow they manage to set up a business and not have a business account, they pay taxes, and our government uses computers. In fact, let's be honest, our governments do all kinds of things that are morally questionable. So one way or another, whether directly or indirectly, you're going to be supporting something that you don't like. Now, I'm not saying that you should never boycott things. And today, for many of us, it is at least something that you can do. But to boycott a business is by nature to be selective in your outrage. I mean, even myself recording this, I'm using a mobile phone. And it's going to get uploaded to YouTube, where they have all kinds of AI and whatever else running on their servers. And that's another thing as well. Even if you don't use ChatGPT or Google Gemini or any of their AI chatbots, best believe you are most likely using something that uses AI. Now, AI in and of itself isn't a bad thing. It could potentially be used for bad things, but it's not in and of itself a bad thing. But the amount of energy it uses is an environmental issue. So yeah, I'm not saying don't boycott or you can't speak up about things. Of course you can, because that's important and we should still do that. But we also need to be honest with ourselves. As much as we might be able to change that one thing, we're still guilty of letting all the other things happen.